a lot of novelists are teachers because they can't make ends meet as writers. And I understand that, except that writing can't be taught. Creative writing can't be taught. And there's a myth that goes around that says creative writing can be taught. But that's because creative writers need jobs, and because putative creative writers need two things, okay? They need positive reinforcement, and they need to be collegial for a while with others of their type. For one thing, they have to find mates who have the same interests that they do.
SiC poetry, that's running through these veins. SiC poetry, my hatred and pleasure and pain. SiC poetry, compelled to write it again. Housed in my own literature, the words won't end. SiC poetry, that's running through these veins. SiC poetry, my hatred and pleasure and pain. SiC poetry, compelled to write it again. Housed in my own literature, the words won't end. Trapped in written words, you find fragments of my life. Happiness and plight when things don't go right. My pen is a hemophiliac that bleeds off and aim my words to raise you out the coffins. Thus, a rebel is born with no love for the law that tries to get us all. This is my medicine. It keeps my feet planted on this earth and heavy granite. I work and plan it, so I won't leave the ground stranded and empty-handed. This is my gift to you and the next gen coming soon. To the world go boom, my right hand will continue to move. If I go blind, jot my rhymes in braille. If I go deaf, I still won't fail. Beethoven composed classic and still prevail. Witness the new renaissance, SiC poetry hails. SiC poetry, that's running through these veins. SiC poetry, my hatred and pleasure and pain. SiC poetry, compelled to write it again. Housed in my own literature, the words won't end. SiC poetry, that's running through these veins. SiC poetry, my hatred and pleasure and pain. SiC poetry, compelled to write it again. Housed in my own literature, the words won't end.
Put my pen to paper and my soul to song. Ascend to vapors in due time I'm on. SiC poetic capers take shape and transform. Takes a miracle maker to do no wrong. Thus I plug on, salty as the rest, bloodthirsty at worst, faulty at best. In writing I take flight and hold the unrest. Roll up my stress, ignite it all off my chest. Seems like rewards the greedy, this I know. A chance at greatness, yeah, this I sow. And so I flow, yelling Geronimo I blow. Like a wolf-fat pig seeking fistfuls of dough. Wistful in scope, scattered like diaspora. My crystal visuals glow like Pandora. Hip-hop smack scrap, I'm off the page to explore. Potential untapped, let's see what's in store.
SiC poetry, that's running through these veins. SiC poetry, my hatred and pleasure and pain. SiC poetry, compelled to write it again. Housed in my own literature, the words won't end. SiC poetry, that's running through these veins. SiC poetry, my hatred and pleasure and pain. SiC poetry, compelled to write it again. Housed in my own literature, the words won't end. SiC poetry, that's running through these veins. SiC poetry, my hatred and pleasure and pain. SiC poetry, compelled to write it again. Housed in my own literature, the words won't end. SiC poetry, that's running through these veins. SiC poetry, my hatred and pleasure and pain. SiC poetry, compelled to write it again. Housed in my own literature, the words won't end.